Alright, if you're watching this video, it means you're probably learning Spanish. And if you're learning Spanish, you're probably trying to speak Spanish. And if you're trying to speak Spanish, you want to have a good accent. And one of the ways to improve your accent is to really focus in on syllables of words. So I'm going to give you a word. It seems like an obvious word, and I'm sure you all know how to say this word, but have you ever really thought about it? Like, is that word ako? 2 syllables like that? Or would we say like tak? Oh, like that? Or could you say ak? Oh, well, no. We know that that word is tako, 2 syllables. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. But how do we know that? Well, in Spanish, generally speaking, when we're trying to divide syllables, we're going to go consonant and then a vowel, and then another syllable, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. And those are called open syllables. In Spanish, they really like open syllables. Well, what's the opposite? Well, it would be a closed syllable, or one that ends in a consonant, and that's what makes it closed. I suppose it could also be, right, it could be vowel consonant. Those are the 2 kinds of syllables that we can have. So what is the minimum that we need? I mean, like the minimum, a vowel. A vowel can be its own syllable, like ah. But you can't just take a consonant and make it its own syllable. So I'm going to snap my fingers and we're going to look at a few examples. So now we have some examples. So let's start right here. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Doce. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So this is easy. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. And again, why are we doing this? Because we want to know, is that word pero or is that word per-o? Well, and if you can divide it, you can pronounce it better. If you pronounce it better, you improve your accent. If you improve your accent, well, then life is good. I mean, life is good if you're eating tacos. But tacos with a good accent, even better. All right, let's take another one. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. Now, what do we do with this N? N is a consonant. They can't stand alone, so we're going to put it together. So we have an open and a closed. Comen. All right. Limon. Okay. Amo. Is this word going to be am-o, or is it going to be a-mo? Well, what does Spanish prefer? Spanish prefers open syllables. Well, this one's closed, and this one's open. And we know that vowels can stand on their own, so we're going to go a-mo. O-ro. U-no. Now, our life is really good if it's always consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. The problem is when we have 2 or 3 or 4 consonants together, we run into trouble. So let me snap my finger. When we have 2, 3, or 4 together, that's when we run into a little bit of trouble. And, well, why is that trouble? Well, because it's not just consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. So what do? Well, we have to ask ourselves a question. And the question is, can that consonant cluster start a word? So if we go back over to madre, do you know any words in Spanish that begin with dr? And maybe you said, oh, drama. And if that's the case, if you can think of a word in Spanish, then that can start a syllable. So we would have consonant, vowel, madre. Right? Because what were we thinking about? We didn't know if it was madre or if it was madre. So that's the way we want to think about it. Do we need to split or can we keep it together? And how do we know? Well, can it start a word? Okay. So is this GR? Do you know any words that can start in Spanish with GR? I'm thinking grande. That means this can start a word. Pistola. ST. Do you know any words in Spanish that start with ST? And the answer is no. There are no words that start with ST. Actually, there are no words that are S and then a consonant. It just doesn't exist. Okay, somebody right now, I know you're probably going to a dictionary. You probably found one word. That means that you prove me wrong? Well, kind of, but not really, because that word doesn't really come from Spanish, and so just don't worry about it. Okay, bye. So, ST, can that start a word? No. So we have to divide. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel. ST, can that start a word and estar? No. So, estar. Well, now we have three together. Can MPR start a word? No. Can PR start a word? Yeah, like maybe the word prestar. So if that can start a word, then it can start a syllable. So com. Now, can ND start a word? And the answer is no. So we'll divide. Comprender. You know what the easiest is, though? When you have four letters together, you just divide them. 2 and 2. It's like even Steven. Michi Michi. I mean, it just makes you feel good that everybody shares. Alright, well, N and T. Can that start a word? No. So, ins, through, men, to. Trans, cri, beer. In, struk. Can CT start a word in Spanish? No. Alright, now these words are all pretty easy. But what if you came to a word that you had never seen before? Alright, I'm going to snap my finger. So the question is, how would you pronounce this word? Well, let's divide up the syllables. So what's going to cause us trouble? Well, anytime we have 2 or 3 or 4 letters together, consonants together, that's going to cause us a little trouble. Now, we haven't dealt with when we have 2 or more vowels together, diphthongs and triphthongs. We'll deal with that in another video. But as far as you know for right now, that's one syllable. Okay, can SP start a word? No. S and any consonant can never start a word, so it can't start a syllable. Divide. Can NG start a word in Spanish? No. Divide. Can RL, I don't even know how you would say that. So I guess that's my answer. No, it can't. So now let's go back. Consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant, vowel, consonant. I don't know. What we're looking for is just open, close, close, open. So, des, pa, vran, ga, vri, ku, ti, vri, mi. Now, just for today, I'm going to tell you that is one. Just believe me, okay? Okay, good. Qua, vri, sar, lo. I mean, are you ever going to use that word? No, but I bet you should memorize it. It's a tongue twister. No, like literally, it's a tongue twister. You should go, because there's another one that's parangari kuti urimikwaro. That's a different one, right? You should just go find it. I promise it's fun. No, but seriously, grab a book, start reading out loud, take your time, divide your syllables, and practice. And if you do that, you're going to sound better. And if you sound better, you're going to be happy. And what's better than speaking Spanish? I suppose speaking Spanish and eating tacos. Suerte.